Is this thing on? Hey friends, and welcome to another episode of The Jace Perspective. I am your host, Terrible Ass Jason. Please keep in mind that we are here to have fun, no more, no less. If we agree, great. And if we don't, then we don't. All right? So before I go in, okay, because I am going to go in, I want to say that there is talks that this video that I'm about to show you might be a skit. And if it is a skit, great. But the gag is that this very type of thing that is happening in this skit happens quite often in real life. Okay, so I'm going to speak from the factual side of this ongoing situation that has been plaguing the men in this world, the community of the men folk. All right. So with all that out of the way, let's get into today's topic.
Y'all need to leave, bro. Y'all need to leave, bro. Y'all need to leave, bro.
Don't talk to my sister like that.
Leave.
Don't talk
the
to
last 6 years.
Don't talk to my sister like that.
Man, hey, bro. Hey, y'all.
I'm talking to you.
Hey, fam. Hey, bro.
I'm just saying, no,
This ain't got nothing to do with her. This ain't got nothing to do with her. Don't do her like that. She been asking about you. She miss you. She miss you. She been asking about her daddy.
Just calm down. Just calm down. Just calm down. Hey, baby, hold on. Baby, y'all good? Hold on. Hold on, John, come here. You think you can just talk to my sister in this type of way?
No.
Just talk to her.
Don't take it out on that baby. Whatever y'all got going on, that's between
Between me and you.
But don't put them churn in it.
How you think I feel?
I told you I was
What about
sorry.
you then?
I told you I was sorry. Mistakes happened. But this ain't got nothing to do with her. This between me
Why
and
you wait so
you.
long to tell me?
Her daddy that she know.
What? Hold on, baby. What? The last 6 years, hold on, sis. The last 6 years, you had me thinking that this baby was mine.
I told you I was sorry. I apologized about that. Mistakes happen. But this don't
Mistakes?
have nothing to do with her. Let her
Hey,
come to her
look,
cousin
I'm
party.
sorry, baby. Y'all need to leave.
No.
Y'all need to leave.
only-
Y'all need to leave.
You're not gonna talk to my
Hey,
sister
bro.
like that.
Talk to your sister.
You're not gonna talk to my sister like that, bro.
You need to leave, bro.
Like I said, bro.
You need to leave,
You're
bro.
not gonna talk to my
Hey, bro,
sister
I ain't
like
talking
that.
to you.
But you
We
not
ain't
gonna
got
talk
nothing
to
to
my
do.
sister.
We ain't got nothing. Look here.
You're not gonna talk to my
That's
sister
between
like
y'all
that, bro.
two. But don't put
Hey, bro,
these-
y'all
don't
need
put
to
that
leave.
baby in that. No.
Y'all need to leave.
Like I said,
Bro, y'all need to leave,
Like
bro.
I
We are
said,
not
bro.
going nowhere. Me and Don
Y'all
already
need
talked
to
about
leave,
this.
bro.
You're not going nowhere.
Y'all need to leave,
We're
bro.
gonna talk about this later.
Y'all need to leave.
We're going to talk about this later. She's staying in this
You're
car.
not going nowhere.
I don't deal, bro.
She's staying in
You're
this
not going
car.
nowhere.
And we're going to talk about it later.
Y'all need to leave.
I think that women like the mother of this little girl have a lot of nerve, a lot of unmitigated gall, if you will. And unmitigated gall, if you are not aware, means bold, brazen, or impudent behavior, often with a lack of shame or remorse. And that is exactly what this woman is exhibiting as a so-called mother and as a human being. So let's talk fact here. And no, I really don't give a damn or care who gets upset, because situations like this really, really, really irk and irritate my very soul. Okay. Number one, there is no real accountability being taken here on the mother's end. The woman / mother is completely in the wrong, and the man does not have to take on a child that is not biologically his if he does not want to. And the mother's mistake on her end, at her big age, was that she laid down with multiple men at the same time, unprotected, and decided to let everyone raw dog her and shoot up her uterus with their nuts, sperm, baby juice, whatever verbiage that you would like to place in place of to describe jism. And she didn't take the time to use discretion in her actions and realize that there was a great chance that she could have gotten pregnant. Right? So what happens is a child gets involved. A baby who is now grown into a 6-year-old little girl and is part of this equation. And the mother made a decision as a grown woman to lie to the man in the video. Okay, she knew it was a pregnant woman with a baby who is now here and 6 years old and being traumatized, confused, hurt feelings, emotions crushed, okay? That there was the chance that the man who was screaming at her in the video and telling her that the 6-year-old gotta go. She knew at that time that when she told him there was a chance that she could have been pregnant by another man, the odds were high that not only was he a candidate for fatherhood, but also another man or several other men. You made that decision, ma'am, and other women like you. Y'all make the decision to lay down and go raw with a plethora / multitude of men. You choose to go raw with more than one person at the same damn time. Okay? And even if you are strapping up and using protection, there is still the chance to, that when you have sexual encounters with multiple men in close proximity and time frames, that there is a higher chance and risk of becoming pregnant by someone in that group, by one of those multiple men. Number one, you as a woman is supposed to let this be known. You grown, figure it out. But you need to let it be known. Absolutely, okay? Number two, you are supposed to be diligent in giving these men the option, the choice to say, hey, I would like to have DNA testing to make sure that I'm not stuck raising a child of another man. Men have every right to do that, okay? A child that very well could end up not belonging to him. But no, you want to make the decision for whichever man you decide to call the father of the baby at that convenient time. You don't allow the man to make a decision that he has every right to make as a man. You're just going to make him raise you and another man baby, huh? You just going to force that on him, right? And now that the man knows only 6 years later, 6 years is a long time. Okay? He has decided to say, no, that baby is not mine. Get the hell on. You and that baby. And now he's the bad guy? Are you joking? A bad guy? I don't think so. Okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Y'all feelings be damned. I don't care. Ma'am, he is not required to raise your child. He is not required to raise the child of another man. Absolutely the F not. Okay? See, this is what happens when you have these mothers out here running buck wild, screwing everything moving, and y'all not letting men know from the gate, listen, I don't know. This may not be your baby. We gonna need a DNA test. You know why? Because y'all gonna say, oh, he gonna leave me. He ain't gonna want nothing else to do with me. And okay. And whose fault is that? His fault? No, your fault. Absolutely your fault. That man ain't tell you run around here raw dog and everything moving and getting the club shot up by multiple people, right? And now guess what? The baby, the innocent party, has to suffer. And now the baby gonna have trauma and father wounds. The baby gonna feel unloved, disowned, and this cannot be good for the child. It is not good for the child. But does the mother give a damn? No, she does not. She does not care, nor did she take her daughter into consideration at any point during this equation. Clearly. Nope, you just want to make sure that everything is good for you, the mother, the lying, selfish bitch that you are, out here popping out babies, not knowing or caring who your baby father really is. So what do? You blamed it on a man whose baby it was not. And if you did know who the father is, he is either A, he don't want to mess with you no more. B, ghosted you because you were nothing but a one-night stand, a jump off, a side piece, right? Or he just wasn't worth a damn. And 9 times out of 10, a woman knows when a man ain't worth a damn. If you don't know that at first, you learn it and you realize it at one point. Okay? So guess what? Again, your fault. Take accountability. You laid down with a not worth a damn man and you knew this. And see, that's the thing with us women. We know at some point in time when we're dealing with a man, we know who we're dealing with. Okay? And before y'all try to, turn coat on me and say I'm being a pick me and a hater and whatever. Yes, in my singledom, when I was single, before I got married, I dealt with a few raggedy, no good men. Absolutely, I did. And I have no problem admitting to this. I have no problem taking accountability for my shortcomings in my past judgments. And I had some bad judgments in the past. It happens. Okay. I definitely dealt with some mess once upon a time in my 50 years of life. And I know that they were a whole ass mess. Okay. I'm not going to make an excuse for them. It is what it is. I did what I did, right? Because Jace, am going to take accountability for my actions and my teaching moments while I was in the dating world. Okay? That was my fault. That was my fault for dealing with a man who wasn't shit. That was my choice. No one held a gun to my head. Okay? No one forced me to live my life with them. No one chained me to a basement thermostat or a crate. Okay? No, that was all me. Absolutely. I, for whatever reason at the time, said, oh no, this no good POS is appealing as hell to me at this moment in time. So we gonna give it a shot. Okay? If it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. We out here living life. We young. We taking crap shoots. You feel me? Okay? All right. Everybody got to live their life and live through experience and mistakes. Learn through mistakes, through what I like to call teaching moments. So same thing applies to this woman who is the mother of this poor baby and other women that are emulating this same exact situation. Okay? And poor baby girl, I'm going to go ahead and just apologize for your mama. Okay? I'm sorry she did this to you. But clearly, your mama ain't about a damn thing. All right. And it's unfortunate that these children are out here hurting because of their parents. We cannot pick our parents. Okay. We cannot sit there and say, God, so I don't want to know good mama. I don't want to know good daddy. We can't do that. That's not an option given to the babies that are brought into this world. Choices on who the parents is. That is not a choice given. Okay. It's not for the babies to make the decision of who brings them into existence. The babies are made after we the people, after we lay down and we allow these men to shoot up the club. Bust shots all up and through our uteral and womb space, becoming inseminated. Now a baby is in play. All right. But guess what? Now it's too late. We already done laid down with somebody. So it was our choice as women to say, I'm going to get butt naked, cock my legs wide open and let this man come all up inside of me. And again, we know at one point in time who we are laying down with. So back to the man in this video where I've seen a lot of comments of people jumping down his throat and saying, oh, that's wrong. He shouldn't do that to the baby. No, blah, blah, blah. No. The mother shouldn't have did that to the baby. The father ain't do shit. It was the mother. I'm sorry. That ain't even the father. The mother is the one that did it to the baby. Okay. All right. So, stop putting these unnecessary labels and these unnecessary responsibilities on these men who don't deserve it. That man doesn't deserve this. Okay. He is an innocent bystander. He thought she, the mother, was pregnant with his child. And he thought that that was his baby. So he had every right to be upset and had every right to say, I'm not messing with it. After he found out that the little girl was not his after 6 years. Damn. Now, there are a lot of men who would stick around, and I applaud y'all. Because y'all are good. Good for you. Okay? But you know you hurt. Come on now, be honest. Those of y'all who stuck around in these situations, you know your feelings is hurt. You know it don't feel good to know that this female sat here and lied to you, played all in your face for all these years and made you believe that this was your child. Then you came to find out that it's really not. That cannot feel good. It can't. And I cannot be convinced otherwise. Okay? So my apologies to you men as well who happen to be dealing with this in real life. Okay? So I'm apologizing to the babies in the world who got mamas like this. And I'm going to apologize to the men who have fallen victim to these types of women who have sat there and have fallen in love with these children and carried responsibility only to find out that the baby is not biologically yours. I'm so sorry. If I could change it, I would. If you had, if you have chosen to still stick around and help carry things for this worthless female, I applaud you because you are a good stand-up guy. I hope all the best for you, sir. I hope all the good happens in life to you and only you because you deserve it. But for those men who would take the news like the man shown in this video did, please understand there is nothing wrong with that. And no, you are not in the wrong. And you have every right to react like that. And you have every right to walk away. Absolutely. It is up to that mother to be the one to pet the wounds of the child she hurt by lying for all those years. She needs to be the one to pick up the pieces of that child, not you. 9.5 times out of 10, she not gonna do a good job because clearly this female can't make good decisions anyway. She has no ethics and no morals whatsoever because people with ethics and morals don't lie and make a man believe that a baby that's not his for multiple years is. Only people with no ethics and no morals do shit like that. Okay? So, yes, the man had every right to react that way. That man had every right to say, I am not taking care of that baby, that child. And the man is in the back talking about, you ain't gonna talk to my sister like that. Sir, you are a goofy. You are part of the problem as well. And you probably knew your sister was a multiple man cum bucket while pregnant with this baby who she pawned off on the wrong father for 6 years. And you know for a fact that as a man, well, being a goofy like that, you don't seem like you would make good decisions either, sir. But somebody needs to talk to your sister like that. Okay? Because clearly she feels that she could be out here doing crazy shit like this in the world while y'all are out here enabling this woman. And the women out here like that. Okay? What you should have been saying, sir, is you should have been turning to your sister and saying, girl, what you doing out here lying to this man? You need to be getting buck with your sister, who is completely in the wrong over here with this child, embarrassing her and traumatizing her. Again, this man does not have to take care of this little girl who is not his. Period. Point blank. He is not required to take responsibility any longer of that child. Yeah, get mad. Get pissed off. Just like the men who have been lied to in situations like this, get mad and pissed off. It is 1000% true. Y'all know they say a hit dog will holler. And we love to see it. So, if you are a female who says, oh, that's wrong. He shouldn't be reacting like that. That's wrong. He gonna leave that little girl like that. You know what? You probably, you probably did some shit like this. Or you probably the type to, you out here doing that same type of mess or supporting it, enabling it. Your little friends and family members, you out here like, you encouraging them. Girl, he ain't gonna know. Girl, he ain't got to know. Don't tell him, girl. Shh. Don't tell him. Okay. Encouraging the people to be out here lying. And anyone who supports this type of behavior ain't about much neither, as far as I'm concerned. Enabling toxicity and whatnot. Oh no, that's not a good. No, that's not a good type of person. Okay. Talking about the mother talking about something. She been asking about you. She miss her daddy. Well, ma'am, you need to go and find her daddy and tell him that. Stop telling that man in that doorway that, because that is not her daddy. Okay, I'm just saying. And let's not talk about this toxic ass family that this man has. Okay. Clearly, he wants nothing to do with the baby, but the family still invites the little girl to the family events. Well, that's interesting. And it's effed up. Okay. See, that would have been the day that I lost a whole tribe of DNA and bloodlines, because hell no. Not a single family member tried to empathize with this man or felt his pain. And it's stuff like that that triggers men and makes them flip out. Absolutely. I do not blame him at all for his reaction. His family is sticking up for someone who blatantly lies while dismissing him and his feelings. Oh yeah, the whole family would have been dead to me if this was me. You want this child who is not mine around me while I am clearly expressing how I don't want this forced on me, and you say F me? Nah, F y'all. Okay? Pretend you never knew me. I'm just saying. So, women like this are despicable. And you all should be drop kicked in the throat area for playing with men's lives and emotions like this. And just like that, I'm gone. I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.